You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This is the best way to start. What's good, everyone in the building? This is your girl, Draya Ivy.
Yo.
And this is Ivy Talks, episode number 12. Pop. Yeah, that's all good and all that. But here I am reporting live. Kind of live, but not really. Yeah, you know what I mean. And here I am sitting alongside two, there's more people in the room, which I will address. I am sitting alongside two strong black men, entrepreneurs, and one of which is my co-host, because, you know, he's always got to sing himself.
Yo.
Hello, Rock.
Was really good.
Lex-Roc, a.k.a. How you feeling today?
I'm good. Holla Rock, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Another episode of Ivy Talks. Episode 12.
Episode 12. 12 is an important number.
Very important, because that means we're moving on to 13. You dig?
That's right. What's going on? And then on to his right, we have not only a strong black man who is a business owner. We're reporting live from the Music Media Lounge, who happens to be owned by
J Nice the Starboy.
Oh,
Starboy. J Nice the Starboy.
No. Wait, hold on. Pause. Are we going Starboy the Weekend Starboy, or are we doing?
Well, just to be clear.
This was before the weekend. Okay, please explain.
Starboy definitely started here with us. We got that on documents and everything like that.
Yeah, it's the 20th thing,
like
right?
MySpace days and all of that. It was definitely Starboy.
Did you just say documents?
Yeah.
So you got legal documents or what?
Of course. Definitely have the copy.
I'm just clowning you. So how are you gentlemen doing today?
Oh, Gucci.
Another day on the show. I like it.
All right, so we got our production crew in the cut. We have Drew Daddy Dollars over here.
What up, Drew Daddy? Yo.
What's good, Drew Daddy?
Drew Daddy, what the fuck?
That's your name now. Welcome to Hollywood.
Hey, that's the worst handle I ever heard in my life. Like,
What's the worst? What?
That's the worst handle I ever heard.
That's not for YouTube. That's for RedTube.
If we was using Instagram handles, it'd be a different situation. But
Drew Daddy Dollars is all about making fun, man. We're laughing, man. Laugh is good for the soul. Laugh is good for the soul.
If they look that up, that's definitely somebody else.
Definitely sounds like a rap manager out of Mississippi, Baton Rouge. You know what I mean?
You got a perm and lapels and all.
Well, it definitely is. There's only one you. So how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good.
You feeling good? Can we have a little bit more than good?
Oh, fantastic! Enjoying this 2019 ending. It's 2020 popping off. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, that's right. We are only about 2 weeks away, and we have another beautiful young lady. I'm not sure if she wants to remain anonymous.
She won't tonight. DJ Moody, what's good?
Oh, what's good? Hop on the mic. Come say what's good. Come say what's good, beautiful girl.
What's happening? DJ Smoothie in the building.
Hey.
Another Music Media Lounge All-Star.
Hey.
And you know what? Let me give a shout out. Let's get the shout outs out the way. Let me give a shout out to iLive UK. And
what up, UK?
What's good, UK? What's good, London?
Over the pond.
And, here we are. We got some South Florida natives, Miami, Broward County, 954-305. And
New York fam in the building, Cali fam in the building,
Texas fam in the building, 718 Queens, New York City,
Chi-Town, Philly.
No. As much as he likes to deny it, the Drew Daddy Dollars. Where you from? Where you from?
Oh, I'm from Sunrise, Florida.
Nah.
It's a neighborhood not too far from here.
This man, I got inside info that he's actually from Jamaica, Queens.
All right.
Yes, Jamaica, Queens. And especially...
Still never lost boys?
Yeah.
Nah, see that?
Yeah. And
that's the difference.
And another secret, his father went to school with LL Cool J.
Okay.
Word.
History right there.
We got some hip hop running through here.
For a long time.
Oh, man.
My brother used to cut one of the Lost Boys' hair. They used to be in the same barbershop.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, the small What's up, with Jeff Star?
Right?
Shout out to Jeff Star.
It was looking different back then.
Wait, hold on. What were you gonna say?
I mean, they all got dreads.
No, you know, he shape up. No. Let me clarify though. I got some Lost Boy stories.
They used to get taped.
The beat is shape up, man. Like, the beat is shape up.
You wasn't no fades out there.
Yeah. Back in my time, son, I used to have my dreads and all that. You know what I mean?
You gotta get it
So
lined up.
I was privileged. I was privileged to you know be on the road with the Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Freaky Ty. This is like right when he passed over. I was able to feel that little all-star shit on the road, being a young dude when the barbers come to you to the telly and line you up before the show and, you know, cheeks and all that. Pretty Lou. Yo, free my dude's Big Nice. You know what I'm saying? I know he's doing the biz, so LB fam for life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Bulletproof too. Right. Because, you know, he's LB fam.
LB fam.
You know,
Shout out to Jeff Star too.
Jeff Star, you know, home team.
Right.
So, you know, shout out to all Queens, man, all New York City, Lost Boys fam, LB fam, you know.
Astoria, Queens one time. Astoria, Queens one time. Nobody's representing Astoria, but that's where the good girls are from.
Who wants good girls?
Well, Coming to America said that.
Shout out to Coming to America too.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my God, this thing is going up.
You don't touch a classic, man. I'm mad.
But they doing the classic with the same people.
Wait. We're really getting into. Is this mic on?
Yeah.
It is now.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So technical difficulties, people, it happens. So wait a minute. We really are jumping in, but before we even jump in, let's give some shout outs. Did we give the shout outs already?
We gave part of the shout outs, but shout out to my man Train with Q.
Not all. Okay, Train with Quez.
Yeah, Quez.
All right.
Q Millie, you know he got the workout bands. He was on episode 10. Shout out to McCleasy. He's dropping some new music. He just did a new video collaboration.
Dope interview.
Yeah, I did see on his live that he was doing a little.
Yeah, so shout out to McCleasy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to bring him back at some point because, from my understanding, he had a lot of insight on the industry, and he's still doing his thing, and I respect that. I really do respect that because anywhere in the world, literally, you still play that get fucked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people.
Grind mode even more though.
Yo, people so still. High. Yeah, even that. Yo, that's the vibe.
That's it. But that shit.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
That is
I'll be in the car riding down 95, and I'm like, you know, so high. Yeah.
Remember that time of life right there?
That was a vibe, man. That's a vibe.
That almost. Yo,
that's a Miami vibe for real.
Nah, it's beyond that though. That record almost brought back DJs doing R&B sets to close out the party. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you was able to jump for slow dance and whine and bag the number and bag the digits and take it home because of that song.
Oh my God! Take one home, Lex.
That Miami sound was so big at the time. Even Snoop had to jump on it.
Yeah. With that fucking sexual seduction.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna take my time. Yo, that's one of his top 20 songs, my niggas.
Okay, so me being the female here, so wait a minute, that was the Take the Chicks Home song?
Damn right, you know, I don't play the other field.
Oh my goodness. Well, what's the opinion, Drew Daddy? Drew Daddy Dollars?
At that time, that song and that Akon, I Wanna Fuck You.
Oh, yeah. Drew Daddy got straight to the point.
It was number 1 and number 2 on my playlist.
Number 3, I can now put it in your mouth. just straight to the source.
You got a little bit what's going on.
Straight to the nigga 4, 5, and 6. Uncle Luke, shake with your mouth. You know, Poison Clan just getting in there.
Yo, my man just really brought up the Akon. Like.
Nah, but that was Akon had a mean run.
At that time, that song was back to back with that sexual seduction. They was both in the club at the same time.
I don't want to dry snitch on Akon.
07, like was that 07?
But nigga, when Akon came to town,
I was in the strip club heavy at that time.
You was with me
between those
when Akon came on to the club, dog. You know, old spirits and this and that. Had to wait for a nigga the hour to go slam some boozy in the car, so everybody just waiting around, dog. Windows up.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Shep. Shep was there. Son. Like Akon was the man, nigga. Like that bitch is just waiting to get it in the back seat, just lined up, son. Like fuck being at your hotel room to get it.
Nah, we can't.
Got to, son.
We can't talk too much about Akon without talking about T-Pain.
Okay.
Who
By far, hands down.
Nah,
a legend.
man.
Come on now. A
See,
legend.
How does Akon line though, dog? Where he said he got T-Pain on the wrist, Lady Gaga on the neck.
Hey,
That was just like, yeah.
Yo,
He had royalties.
yeah. I mean, no, he's still cashing out in that new joint when he dropped with Tory Lanez.
Snapping.
I know where we're jumping ahead.
Oh, that shit that's on the radio now?
Yeah.
That shit dope.
On 685.
brought back the Sprung.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna front, they killed it.
Of course.
Yo, Tory
mean.
Yo, and that's one topic we're gonna get into in a bit.
And
it's 2019.
Yeah.
I want to talk 2019. Who went in this year?
Okay.
I can tell you who went out. not even. No, not even. Yeah, you know. Yo, I got it.
First, all right, let's start.
A few people went out this year.
Yeah. All right, let's start. 2019, Lex. Who went out?
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. We lost a great one with that one.
Yes, we did. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. We definitely did.
Not even be funny. You know, he passed. You feel me?
Right.
Unfortunately.
So that was a big L. And
especially in the way
it was beautiful to see the way so many people embrace him, because I didn't know his fan. Is fanage a word? It is now. I didn't know his fanage. Nah, I like fanage though. I didn't know his fanage was that deep. You know what I mean? It felt like there was more than him for like a month and a half. You know what I mean? Like 6 weeks. It felt like a school semester.
But the thing is, Cali shit, like Cali, the support that you get in Cali is much different than. It's kind of like Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in New York, Dipset is Dipset.
Yeah, Dipset had a.
You know what I'm saying? But here, Dipset is like Dipset. So Nipsey has that kind of pull in Cali, like you know what I mean? Like,
it did feel like that Tupac dog, like that Tupac
exactly.
To live and die in LA shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That
Like,
shit.
I feel like it goes a little deeper than Cali or the music. I think it goes to
character,
more or less to his character and what he stood for, and
he's very articulate, man. Yeah.
But is it his character that was exposed or showing light after he died? Because I swear, son, I knew about the. I knew about the man when he was out way before, and niggas was not talking or claiming Nips like that, dog.
But then also,
you feel me? All sudden he died, niggas like, oh my God, it's the greatest shit ever, and this and that, and this and that.
Y'all saying that they wasn't claiming him, right? But there's not one person that's been in contact with Nipsey and has not been on Nipsey's team from that one time.
Yeah, that's true.
Which goes to say about his character. Meaning, like, there's not one person that says, like, I've been around Nipsey and I couldn't take I couldn't take anything from Nipsey, or Nipsey didn't give me any jewels or anything like that. There's no.
I get what you're saying from his immediate team.
Yeah, not even just his immediate team, like just people
from the industry. They talk about it all the time.
Or anything. As long
even
as
before
you've
he
been
died,
in
there was
contact with
checking
him.
for him like that.
I agree. I mean, I never.
It's way deeper than like his music or just Cali. I feel like he he actually stood for something. That's why it kind of actually brings up that Pac thing.
Yeah,
that's where the relativeness goes.
Before we get into Pac, the thing about Nipsey is I think that he spoke about a lot of things that, unfortunately, a lot of people don't necessarily want to hear. And with that being said, is like ownership.
Yeah.
You know, create your own business, do this, do that. And unfortunately, living in the society that we live in, without really getting too deep into my bag, we're raised into thinking that we're not able of attaining these things. Right. We're raised into believing that we can't own our own businesses.
Of course.
You know what I mean? We are raised, especially as first generation, like me being a first generation American, we're raised into thinking that, hey, you know what? You go to high school, you graduate, you go to college, oh my God, it's like the most fantastic thing you could do. And then you graduate, you get a bachelor's, you get a master's, but guess what? You're working for somebody else. And what Nipsey Hussle, what he pushed was ownership. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Creating your own lane, creating your own ideas and manifesting them. Facts. And so with that being said, it puts him in a separate category.
Was he also first generation American? Because he's what, like Ethiopian?
Yes, he was. His mother's Ethiopian.
Okay. Or, no. Is it Ethiopian or Eritrea?
I think his mother's Ethiopian. Okay. I could fact check, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's
his pops is from somewhere else in.
They're African.
Yeah, he's from somewhere else in Egypt.
I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
I know my geography, but
don't
somewhere else in Africa, but
but what I'm trying to say is though, because for the most part, we're all first generation Americans in the room. Right. You know what I mean? So our families came with that mindset to come and play ball in America, and it was still a different time set just to work and be a part of this American dream and get your pension and live la 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 la. But that's not the reality of it. There's a propaganda and a systematic thing against us, and you know what I mean by us, y'all. So we're people not part of the system.
We just saying people.
No, it's beyond people of color though. Like it's discrimination on so many levels now because there's so many different levels of people trying to separate from the bundle that they're already in to get their own identity. Right. So you know what I'm saying? So like you have a women's movement, women are the number one minority, but then it becomes divided because now you have Latino women, Asian women, black women, then you have young black males, and then black males will try to separate that into Caribbean American or African American or Black American. Right. You know what I mean? So it becomes that. And then you have the other group who wants to just try to separate themselves 2 to 3 times. It's like homosexual, Black American, or you know what I mean? Like, you know, so everybody's trying to be a minority of a minority of a minority.
It gets you know, we could be talking about hours on that, on those tangents. But what I respect about Nipsey, like really, was the fact that overall, over anything that he did, over his legacy, anything, all of the above, is that he challenged people to think outside of the box. To think that, you know what, just because you were taught this, question it. You know what I mean? And I think that the fact that he imposed that on the youth and the fact that he tried to inspire other younger, you know, men who followed him or followed, you know, outside of his rap career and all of those things, I think that was probably one of the most powerful things that he did, was to try to inspire people to think.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like to think like, you know what? They taught you this. They taught you that Christopher Columbus came here and did this and this and this. But how do you really know that? How about you challenge that? Why don't you come up with your own thoughts about what really happened or what could have happened?
I have a question. And
what's
this
up?
Is to the room, Draya, Nice, Drew. With Nips, out of dead rappers in the game, 40 years of hip hop, is he a top 5 dead rapper or rapper who passed?
Top 5, no.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
With impact and catalog.
I respect what he did, but catalog and music, no.
I put him in
top 5.
I put him in the same category I do Pac, because we just had this discussion.
Yeah.
But Pac is top 5.
But that's as far as impact.
No, but I mean, I don't fuck with their music. You know, not to say I don't fuck with it. I don't listen to West Coast music like that. You know what I'm saying? A handful of. We were talking about this earlier when you were saying that Nip was on his cusp about to be popping.
Right.
Which I do. I think the Roddy Ricch, that Racks in the Middle. I think the Khaled song.
Right.
I think the Mustard
song. Was it
Grammy
nomination though?
No,
I'm talking about before this.
Okay.
He would have been between all those tracks. He would have popped.
He would have bubbled right now.
So. But I respect Nipsey just from the.
Well,
I'm on Instagram, how they have the algorithms and everything, how they give you stuff close to what you like.
Yeah.
I'm on my David Banner game hard. You know, I listen to his interviews.
David Banner grew.
Yeah.
Like
so,
got woke. Like grew like crazy. I'm not sure if that's helping them or hurting them right now.
Every time I listen to watch a video from that, right now, the next video that'll come up would be Nipsey talking about some black empowerment, some black business. Some own your own shit.
And he comes with facts.
So I knew him from that before I knew his music. So I respect his impact from that level where I didn't really fuck with Pac's music, but his interviews used to get me all the time where I'd be like, damn, I respect him from that standpoint. So
because he's intelligent.
Yeah, I respect their interviews as opposed to. It wasn't like when Biggie died and you're like, damn, this nigga's interviews was so deep. You know what I'm saying?
No disrespect, son. No. Biggie ain't leaving with nothing.
But you're talking about.
No, but I'm talking about like.
We was there for Biggie, son. Biggie ain't really leave you nothing, son. On the interviews
but I'm saying like their impact after they like Pun. Pun dies in his interview catalog. They don't leave you enough to be playing this years later.
But you know why?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because you speaking about artists versus revolutionaries and people.
Yeah, there's a big
but
difference.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you're gonna talk about top fives, I'm putting Biggie before Nipsey. I'm putting Pun before Nipsey. You understand? So,
but that's even a deeper question right now.
So, what do you when you name it top five?
What do we consider top five now?
Are you going all around or just artists?
I think it should be all around now because you're dead, so it should be all around to sum up your character.
Yeah, there's plenty of artists that died and then they don't leave you nothing but their music, and then what do? Like,
because they wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like if LL Cool J dies, you like, damn, he got that his impact on the game. But he's a legend. You understand? But he's a legend.
Around the way, girl.
Now, pardon me.
NCIS.
Pardon me. Listen.
It's acting that shark movie.
All right, listen. Pardon me. Anywhere in the world that you go, anywhere in this planet that you go, people know who Tupac is. Tupac is Michael Jackson, but in rap. And the reason I say that, again, anywhere on the planet that you go, you will see Tupac shirts, you will see Tupac stickers, his CDs. He has books.
I'm not discounting that. What I'm saying is, how do you grade your top fives? Because if you're grading it from that level, Nipsey is in that category. But he's not in the
rapper part, the music part.
If you're naming just top five dead rappers, he's not.
Okay, hold on. Who the fuck are the top five dead rappers?
Then who are they? Because I wouldn't even say Biggie.
Biggie could go in top.
Biggie is
hold on. Let's run it down, and nobody try to like bite and ride. But you know, if you agree, just say you agree. So that's part of yours. Jay Nice, please lead the wave with your top 5 dead rappers. There's a lot of dead rappers now. Do you need me to keep you up to date with some?
We gonna definitely put Biggie in there.
Okay.
Let's put
B.I.G.
B.I.G. is top 5 dead rappers for sure.
Give me a little take on Biggie too, beyond the music. Like, what else more can be added to the legacy of Big for motherfuckers to recognize? Like, this is why he's considered top 5 of the dead rappers.
Oh no, Biggie shifted the culture. That bad boy era, the bad boy era that you can't really speak hip hop without mentioning Biggie.
He was the arrowhead.
Yeah, you can't
Spirit.
Yeah, you like Coogee sweaters and giving
swag,
fat black dudes a vibe and feel like they can do it. Like,
straight up.
His arrogance was always
and he put the team on. Yeah. The team dropped the ball, but he put the team on.
He gave you a Kim. He gave you a Diddy. Like,
nigga, he gave you Junior Mafia. He gave us Diddy, nigga.
Yeah,
he set Diddy up for fucking no way out. Sometimes I think that shit needs explaining, nigga. I don't know if it's part of the system, but that's something different. I don't want to get killed. You know what I mean? So, nigga, your man's died, son, and then I don't know. Like, is it just? Was it an exploitation of it? Was it condolences? And but the nigga kept the torch going. But I guess that's what he's supposed to do, though. You feel me? He kept it going hard, my nigga.
Did he
like No Way Out, nigga. Did like 6 platinum, nigga. World tour, nigga. Yeah, I get that. That nigga came hard with the bass, nigga. He came with the projects, fam.
Diddy has been my idol since I was like 12. When I met Diddy, I met Diddy at the Bad Boy reunion.
Yeah.
And I promise you, I was talking to him, and I was like, yo, wow, that's crazy. Like, I'm not the type to get starstruck and be like, oh my God, can I get your autograph or anything like that? But I'm like, oh my God, yo, it's Puff. Yeah. Like, to me, I still call him Puff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fun fact about Puff and that whole thing is, in Mount Vernon, when I used to live in Mount Vernon.
You would see him regularly, though.
You would see him,
I used to see him all the time in Manhattan at the B&B building, nigga. Like, I'm riding the elevator with the nigga.
This is before Puff is Puff or anything like that, right? So, my mom used to work in this bank on in Mount Vernon, First Avenue in Mount Vernon, right?
Mount Vernon stores by Jay.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is, his moms used to go to the bank all the time.
I remember that shit.
Right? So his moms used to send Sean to the bank to go handle, her business.
That set you up, though.
Right. So this is
you just called him Sean?
This is what my mom's knows him as, right? So she didn't know him as Diddy. She didn't know him as Diddy.
She just
know that Sean is coming in. This is way before any of that. She didn't know Diddy was Diddy until they opened the restaurant in New York. And they invited her to come to the restaurant. And she's like, yo, we going to the restaurant.
You talking about Justin's, right?
Yeah, Justin's.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how that whole thing started right there. But Diddy's always been the idol. I feel like he definitely carries the torch. He definitely carries the
Black business, hands down. Him and Russell Simmons, they're on a different level.
Russell's a whole nother thing, but keep going, please.
All right, top five. Who's your top five?
Yeah, five.
I'll go next. I'll give you mine.
I had to give. I thought I was just starting it off.
All right,
four more.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll give you my top five.
See if you agree, Jay.
Pun.
No.
Okay.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That top five sounding kind of me.
Yeah, no. Then if I'm going, all right, then, damn, I put Proof up there.
What?
Yeah.
D12?
Yeah, I fuck with Proof.
D12?
I feel like when Proof died, I feel like but I'm talking about of niggas that's dead. There was I'm not really fucking with no Freaky Ty and shit. Like, when Freaky Ty died, I was like, Nate Dogg, definitely.
Yo, Nate Dogg, no, okay, I agree with Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg, definitely. Biggie.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Yeah, now you ain't finished, but keep going.
Biggie.
Okay.
And Pop.
So Biggie, Pun, Pac, Proof, and Nate.
Yeah.
Biggie, Pun, Pac, Proof, and Nate. So you don't like Pac, but you can put him in your top five.
His impact is great. That's what I'm saying.
All right, we need to impeach Drew Daddy.
Even if I don't
you
fuck with West Coast music like that, I can't deny the man presence. Like,
but there's two West Coast rappers in the top five.
Right, but Nate is universal. Nate is not West Coast. Nate is universal. I put Nate.
That's
Nate,
God.
Nate is the T-Pain.
Still trying to pick up where Nate left off.
Nate is the T-Pain of the West Coast.
That nigga said smoke weed every day.
Right.
And that shit sounded clean in the mouth.
God right there.
T-Pain wants to be the Nate Dogg of the West Coast. Correct yourself, sir.
I wanted to put, in my top five, I wanted to put
T-Pain
Left Eye over Proof. But Left Eye, if you're not, not rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Left Eye back in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I think I'll give them two verses from Left Eye Dog over Proof, nigga.
Yeah, but all right. So if you count them two, as far as impact to me, because when that shit happened and Aaliyah and Left Eye was probably those two. When I was like, God
we was in
damn,
the club with DJing when that shit happens. But what's her name? Nina Nine. Miss Nina. She changed her rap name to another moniker, dog. Like Nina Nine when she was signed with Suge. She was on Death Row real quick. She was the introduction with her and Crooked I. That was that new wave of the new Death Row.
Talk to him.
She was on there.
All right, so what are yours? Let's keep it.
Jay, you still owe us four more, fam.
How many do we got?
So
four
we
more?
we give you Biggie.
Okay.
We give you Pac. Big L.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah, we'll put Big L in there.
Yeah. I respect it, but I didn't listen to.
Shit.
I didn't hear Big L like that until after.
Two albums, really, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Two mean albums.
Yeah, but I gotta put it.
And they both went gold.
No, they were dope, but I didn't hear.
I gotta put them.
I'm talking about people I actually listened to, and then their death was
I definitely gotta put them in my top five though, because. Like, I was definitely listening to Big L when Big L was out.
Yeah. Most valuable MVP.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then it's like so many rappers still have Big L as they look up to or do it like, or you know what I'm saying, status like that. So I feel like you definitely have to put Big L in there for sure. I don't want to leave out Nate Dogg for sure though.
That's hard though. That's hard. I'm glad niggas is considering Nate Dogg.
I fuck with Nate Dogg.
Niggas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a big L.
Nate Dogg is that T-Pain in the West, man. That was harsh.
I really hate that
I got one more, but I'm
T-Pain of the West, Nate Dogg.
I mean, but it's true.
Go put that on this headstone. See what happens in 2 or 3.
If you go, it was up north. It was Akon. T-Pain, Nate Dogg. That was it. That's what you had. It was.
But you can't put Nate Dogg that low. It gotta.
No. I'm talking about where they was at. West Coast was Nate. South was T-Pain. North was because Akon from New York, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's from Atlanta.
Baltimore.
Because Locked Up wasn't in Atlanta. He started living in Atlanta when he got popping with because the mansions was cheap.
I think he had some shit like a B-more. So I don't know where he's from.
But he's from up north.
Regardless of where they're from, Nate Dogg and T-Pain both have such a distinctive voice.
Where the fuck is he even from in Africa, dog?
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, both of them have such a distinct voice that you can't.
Senegal?
Yeah, Senegal.
Okay. It's like, shit.
You can't.
Senegal.
They are in the same category. So, all right, Lex, what's up?
Yeah, I got one more, but I'm
You
not.
got
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Keep
All
going.
right.
I don't know. I can run down through the dead people and just think about it, B. I might sound real corny, though. Obviously, Pac and Big. You feel me? Big L's dope. I could take it in 2 albums to consider. Pun, 1 real album. The post-Hummus album, whatever on this shit was ain't it right?
Hummus.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it
English
hummus?
over here.
Hummus, sorry.
Humans.
Yeah,
Yeah, post-hummus.
yeah. All right, whatever. That and I still can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I go back and listen to certain tracks, maybe I sort of dumb down my palette for hip hop over the years, but I be going back to my old vinyl collection, CD collection, like, God damn, nigga, I used to listen to this shit line for line.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, nah, like, Pun's dope, but I don't know.
I wasn't really a Pun fan like that. Like when, you know what I mean, at the time I liked the records.
Nah, yeah, the records, a couple of records
like,
for the Radio Club, but it was a hardcore underground album, nigga. Like, he was a spitter.
Right.
He was a lyricist.
But when I was in New York, I used to hang out with a lot of Spanish niggas, and Pump was all that they was bumping at that time.
Oh, of course, in the Bronx.
Prodigy.
And I was from
If I was going to
I'll
put Prodigy.
Right.
I'll put Prodigy.
Okay.
All right, Proof
That's
off.
right.
Prodigy on.
Okay, there we go.
Prodigy.
I'll take Prodigy on my team, son.
Prodigy shit was,
That's true.
his catalog was crazy, and when he got woke in prison, if that's what you want to
I'll
say.
take a Pimp C. I'll throw Pimp C on my
All
shit.
right, so are y'all ready for mine?
She loves Pimp C.
I love Pimp C.
Pimp C's good.
Got it. All right, so for
Pimp C
me,
made me laugh, but his bars was trash.
that nigga was great.
Bun B though? Bun B had bars.
But you gotta
Bun B
take
has
the
bars.
content of Pimp C, man. Like,
Nah,
that's the
he's a
street
fan,
content.
yeah,
Come
he's
on,
a
fam.
fan.
That's the street content. You
All right.
need that.
The shit
All
he
right.
says is real, but it wasn't
That's
like
why
I was
so
like,
many of them
He's
them
got
birds
that-
be getting away
he's
with the
got-
stuff. You ain't
he's
got
got that
a Pimp
Texas
Chad out
swag,
there
though.
putting the fucking
He's
smack
got
down.
that Texas swag though. All right, so mine would be Pop, Biggie, Pimp C, Prodigy, and let's see, because you know I gotta give.
From the list.
No, it's not even that.
Joke.
Let me see. What would be my 5th one?
Drum roll, please.
you ain't put Nate on that list?
Yeah, and actually Nate Dogg.
They gotta be on there.
Yeah, I actually, come
We're
on,
not- but
fam, you threw Nate Dogg on any kind of hook, and it completely transformed the song.
Give me Chinks, nigga, for my 5th.
See, y'all
Chinks.
ain't
Chinks drugs.
Y'all ain't
Alright.
hold on, y'all ain't
Shout out
like,
Coke Boys.
y'all ain't like Guru?
Guru's dope. But then if I had to take
Yeah.
Guru,
Yeah,
I fuck with Guru. If I had to take Guru, then I have to go take MCA from Beastie Boys, nigga.
Yo, Pimp C.
I have to
Come
go
on,
take
fam.
the OGs in, nigga, just for what they did. So
Pimp
if
C
that's the
used-
case.
Pimp C used to just make you laugh. You can't
Nah,
help
nigga,
it.
no.
Yeah, but
Where your
that
mind's
wasn't
at.
my.
Depends
that
where your
wasn't
mindset
my,
at.
like-
I like Texas rap though. I like Texas rap.
I
though.
do.
Shout out to
I do.
Savannah, Camouflage too, out of Savannah.
I love Texas rap. So I mean that's what it is.
So Nipsey didn't make top 5.
Oh damn, that's fucked up.
No,
That's
I
what
mean
you're
I'm
saying?
gonna keep it 100.
I feel like if you counted just rappers,
Yeah, like
They're not.
I can't tell you 5 Nipsey
All right.
Hussle songs
Stack
and I'm like,
Bundles?
yo,
All
I
right,
rock
so
with
let me
it.
ask
I'm
this
sorry.
Stack was hot.
Top 5 dead rappers with an impact, I guess, was the
Top five.
then
If you go to top
Pop,
5 dead rappers with an
Big.
impact, then Nip is up there.
Pop,
Yeah.
Pac is up there.
Big up there.
Prodigy is up there.
Prodigy.
with an impact.
Prodigy.
Yeah,
Impact.
them interviews he was doing after, like,
Prodigy
late.
was-
Yo, that fucking book he did though.
Prodigy
Yeah.
was woke.
That's
Prodigy
where
Yeah,
I
was
put.
woke.
I'm talking about like post prison Prodigy.
Right.
That he was a new nigga.
Right.
That-
He was woke.
So then, when he was on that
You
Illuminati
think mad
shit,
niggas
hard,
though got it though? That's what
Nah.
I'm saying. You saying impact, like impact to the
Nah,
masses?
he was
or just
doing
impact in general.
he was
just
doing
putting it out
like
there.
I
he
feel
was
like
doing
that.
like speaking
Yeah.
shows, like performances
I feel
where
like-
they had him as a guest speaker and everything,
Yeah.
like, and people were showing up.
I feel like his knowledge and stuff
Yeah.
like that was actually pushing him more than
Exactly.
his music.
Because he
Same with
was on
Nipsey
that
and all
conspiracy theory
Yeah.
game hard, like
So-
the whole pedophilia island and all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
He was
So
on that
was-
hard.
So was Nips.
Yeah.
So was Pac. So was Prodigy.
So,
lesson learned to all the Ivy Talk listeners: do not get woke. Be ignorant like a motherfucker. Do not get woke.
Ivy Talk listeners, that's one of my main objectives is for people to get woke.
But
I want people to think.
You woke in the industry, you get gone.
No.
If
you're woke pause.
Me and this nigga got some
industry. If you're woke in the industry, and you know how to use it accordingly, not everybody has to know that you're woke.
The industry's
You don't
changed
need
though.
to advertise that.
See, the thing is, it's not a problem with being woke in the industry. I think.
Play your cards right.
I think not. Well, I think.
Nah, they just want you to play a whole different kind of game. So I don't know how that shit is now.
What they signed up for doesn't allow them to be woke. So now when they get woke, it's kind of too late for them to be woke.
And that's right with that shit that I said with the Kanye shit, dog. When that nigga spazzed out,
right?
He didn't spazz out, nigga. The nigga called the shit out, but they want to go play like he has a mental disorder to save face. When that nigga said, nigga, don't send your hitters at me. I know you got money in this. He talking real shit, nigga.
No.
He's talking real shit.
Exactly.
He's definitely talking real shit, but at the same time, he's still very much a part of that circle. Look at his wife. Don't give me this, I'm scared about, don't throw your hitters at me and da-da-da-da-da. But you're married to one of the most famous women in the world.
Yeah. But what's she famous for, though?
Yeah, for being a whore.
But the crazy thing is, you see the crazy thing with Kim?
Why is she famous?
She's trying to change, though.
The crazy thing with
Kim, trying to buy her.
He hit it first.
He trying to buy. He probably hit it first. He trying to buy. She trying to buy her way off of the whoreness, and now she's actually trying to become involved and do things appropriated for black people, which I don't know why people don't fucking call out and see, nigga. Yeah, right. You're doing this shit 10, 15 years later, my nigga. Now you're doing it. It's cool, but nigga. You should have been doing that shit the whole time. Your whole family been fucking black people and profiting off of black people.
You can't judge a person for when they actually decide to wake up.
At least they woke up, or they woke up, or is it just PR?
Pause. Do you really believe that Kim Kardashian cares?
I feel like
you gotta care a little bit when your kids are biracial.
Come on. It's a popular thing. It's a popular thing to look like you care. Kim Kardashian does not care. She's filthy rich. Her show makes how much billions of dollars. Kylie Jenner's a billionaire. Kylie Jenner's a billionaire.
No, she sold the company, but
come on, fam. Right, so don't give me that. She married a rapper and now she's trying to pretend like she actually cares.
So let me ask you this. So as far as with this thing that Kanye is doing, you think that's real or that's for...
One of two things, and we've had this discussion before. Mm-hmm. Okay, either Kanye has completely lost his mind in terms of getting too caught up in the spotlight, in the glitz and the glamour, in losing his mother, and you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, let me finish. Let me finish.
Rest in peace.
So what my thing is either he lost his way after losing his mother, like his groundwork. You know what I'm saying? When you lose your groundwork and you lose your foundation and you get caught up in that type of spotlight, it's easy to get lost because you have access to everything. So everything becomes everything because you have access to it. So then after a while it gets boring. You understand what I'm saying? So after a while you have to be extreme. Now, Kanye marries one of the finest bitches according to, the world.
Is she really that fine?
She's sexy.
According to the world.
I mean, according to the world, Kim Kardashian.
Everybody looking.
Yeah, everybody's looking. Kim Kardashian
you watch
is bad.
The tape. You see the tape.
Kim Kardashian is bad.
The tape, nigga, the tape was whack.
The tape was whack. I'm not gonna front.
The tape was nigga. That girls who wanted to see Ray J dick. Other than that
shit was buns, nigga.
That
is not the celebrity. All right, real shit. Bigger question: is there any good celebrity porn tape?
I'm sorry, Ray J, but he doesn't have a big dick. It's not like she was doing anything magical. She wasn't. She was.
Y'all, Ray J, nigga, this podcast has nothing to do with the earphones we're supposed to get. please
I may be getting explicit.
The Ray-Cons.
I may be getting explicit, but as a female, you weren't gagging at all, sweetheart. So what were you doing?
But she was barely smiling.
She didn't know what she was doing. I'm sorry.
Back. He was trying to put in work, but it was his private. I don't know. The tape was for him personally or some shit.
Yeah,
she was videotaping.
But that's what all porns are for that we film.
But
we don't do it for the gram.
No, but he videotaping himself more. If a dude videotaping himself with a girl, your main focus is to focus on the girl because you're like, damn, I need to look at this later. Nigga, I know what I look like. I know what my dick looks like.
Real.
But
it was a publicity stunt.
Yeah, it's mainly...
And it works, son. Like, the chick is famous for fucking Randy's brother, my nigga.
That's
like, you know what I mean? He ain't played the pimp card right, dog. Not saying I condone, like, you know, that industry, but nigga, like but he did get a payout, right?
Yeah.
All right, so look at Ray J.
Now, all right,
that shit collect.
That was $1 million.
All right, so let's pause. Right now, so that's one angle, right?
Yeah.
Now the other angle is, could he be doing it for money reasons?
Who?
Kanye.
Where's
his mother-in-law?
You talking about the
Who's
church?
his mother-in-law?
Oh, Chris
Jenner.
Yeah.
So all the antics, all the acting out on stage, all the doing this, dyeing his hair blonde, getting it, squeezing it with Donald Trump. You tell me. All right.
No, I support the Donald Trump situation though. With him and Donald.
What other rapper has taken pictures with Donald Trump?
What other rappers allowed
or
to?
president.
Mike Tyson down with Donald.
Before he Jim
Tyson down with Donald.
Mike Tyson?
All of them got let's be clear. All of the rappers have pictures with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
All of them.
All right, but
before Donald Trump,
niggas respect Donald Trump. He's a businessman.
Exactly. Before Donald Trump was
you gotta understand that before he was president, he was in Vegas heavy, and all these motherfuckers was taking pictures.
And they all stayed.
Black people love Donald Trump.
Exactly. Everybody loves Donald Trump, dog. What's the TV show you had? The Celebrity Apprentice shit?
They love
Come on, fam. You're fired, dog. They love that motherfucker.
You're fired.
Now, I don't know why people of color are so surprised that a 75-year-old white multi-millionaire or billionaire has some kind of prejudice.
Exactly.
Like, you motherfuckers are stupid, son. You guys are a bunch of closeted idiots. I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to fucking win again because Democrats have nobody in the party. The impeachment ain't going to happen, son. Fuck it. People don't like him because they broke. If you like capitalism and every opportunity in America, get your shit together and go get the fucking bag. Because that's what it's about, dog. Like, facts.
Absolutely.
The thoughts of Lex-Roc is not.
No, okay, no. I'm
just gonna drop that in.
All right. But if we talking about,
I'm gonna back you up. I'm gonna back you up.
All right, but if we talking about
bake it,
if we talking about Kanye, here's my theory on Kanye.
Oh, here we go.
Like Kanye. You gotta understand that Kanye was always crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's crazy.
Yeah, he was always eccentric. You know what I'm saying?
Outlandish.
But people confuse being a savant when you are an artistic genius like that. They attribute it to mental genius when he's not that deep. He's just talented as shit. You understand? So you gotta understand that. If you out here making crazy paintings and people like, damn, these paintings are amazing, and then they get you in an interview, and in the interview you like, listen, I am the next Walt Disney. I am the next. They're like, this nigga crazy. They
feeling themselves.
Yeah.
Most people
So they attribute the fact.
Can I keep it 100 with you?
Yeah.
I've never seen an interview where Kanye said something that I didn't agree with.
Exactly. That's what I said with the last shit he had with Big Boy and the other dude.
There's certain times he says shit that Kanye is fake deep and J. Cole is fake humble. I tell her this all the time. Kanye is fake deep. Kanye is fake deep. And J. Cole is fake humble. Niggas that get on and then they give you that. Like J. Cole give you that. I'm a homeless nigga. This. I live in a cardboard box type shit.
Right.
When that's not you. That's just your fan base feeds it.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
So they want certain shit from Kanye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No light skinned nigga is ever humble.
I'm sorry. I gotta interject. J. Cole just announced the second annual Dreamville Fest on April 4th of 2020 in Raleigh, North Carolina. So yeah, he's making that money.
Is that like a light-skinned nigga convention? Like Jedediah is gonna be
there? Just being humble gotta do with making money. He making bread. I am not saying J. Cole is not getting the bag. He's making bread. J. Cole is selling out arenas everywhere. What I'm saying
if you're real humble, then he'd give out the tickets for free.
Yo, do y'all really feel his
that's
music
why
like
he was doing that $1 in the Dream tour.
Don't get me wrong.
But he stopped doing that a long time ago.
Exactly. So that's why.
What kind of
he's fake humble.
That's fake humble.
All right.
That's what you call. That's what you call fake humble. If he was real, then he'd still be on that $Dollar in a Dream tour.
Yeah, because
J. Cole.
For Dream,
I don't see that no more. The dreads is enough. The dreads and the bum clothes is enough. You ain't got to do the $Dollar.
The Virgin.
Yeah.
Key word, dog. The Virgin clothes.
That's the costume.
Virgin.
He put on that. Yeah, he put on that costume. But Kanye is fake deep, where he says certain shit, and then because niggas just not that smart, people take it as genius, because sometimes you say some shit that's so outlandish, you like, damn, maybe there is an elevator to the moon. Niggas is living there right now.
And all of a sudden,
it's people that's like,
you go so far left, it becomes right.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think that.
With him, because he not that smart, when you try to say too many deep shit, you're gonna falter every once in a while. So when they catch those moments where he just look crazy because he said some shit, but the shit not adding up.
He ain't crazy though.
Yeah, what he said
he has to speak cautiously, dog, because he's part of the machine.
What I would think.
Every nigga out there got a price, fam. Everybody.
I mean, of course, everybody has a price.
And sometimes it's not monetary, is what I always said before. Where every motherfucker out there got a price, B. Exactly. There's some industry war stories that I could tell motherfuckers, and this nigga could tell niggas just like, nigga, I ain't in the game, son, because I ain't played them fucking games, nigga. That's just real shit.
But that's how it goes. But I feel like with Kanye, the problem that I had with the whole Trump situation is because of the fact that you already know Trump makes black people feel a certain way. You understand? But you can't come from the activist tele-quali days where you like, George Bush don't care about black people.
But even that nigga disappoints me.
Yeah, but get on with a nigga that cares about black people less, and then be like, that's my superhero, though.
Nah, the crazy thing is, the reason that he said that's his superhero is because he said the way that people is treating Donald Trump is exactly the same way that people treat him, so he can relate. Yeah, he can relate.
Kanye has never been blackballed. Kanye gets talked about quite a bit. Kanye gets talked about quite a bit, but his influence is insane. In the lowest part of his career, when his music was not. Even if you talk about 808's Heartbreak Time and all that, his sneakers was selling at an all-time rate. His influence on a fashion level was at an all-time high, so he's always.
Now let me ask you a very important question. No, pause.
Let
me ask a very important question, since we're all people of color in the room. All right, and let's be 100% sincere.
Right.
If you were indeed blackballed, or if you were indeed proposed X, Y, and Z, and they said, hey, listen, you, your family, and the next couple of generations of your family are going to be good, but we need you to promote this agenda. Would you take it? What is more important to you? You, your family, your generations to come, or the other, morality? I guess you could say the people, morality, your kind.
For the most part.
When you're gambling, you don't know what these people are going to do.
You're going to your family.
So you say
you're going to look out for your family.
So let me break down.
So how do we fall him?
Yeah.
Let me break down what she's saying a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
She said, if they said, sell your soul for your family to live on,
and generations to come,
would you do it?
Niggas is jumping on
to secure it.
Huh?
Niggas is gonna jump on the slave ship, son.
Why not?
That's one generation of slavery for the countless generations of prosperity. You gotta understand that.
What I'm saying, like, everybody got a price, son, but it depends though. Like,
that's a heavy ticket.
Yeah, but it depends. But like I say, like on Kanye's part, the blackballedness comes in different levels, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
The black community owns him. He came through the black doors first of the music. He expanded and grew. Mm-hmm. So we the first one to disown the same way we disowned R. Kelly before, and we take him back. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about black folks. We can diss you and shit on you, but it ain't for them or the other people outside the gate to come and attack our own. We're going to dismantle you, and we're going to build you back up. We did it with Michael. We did it with Kelly. We did it with Pop. We did it with Mike. Bill Cosby. You can't tell us nothing about our own. We own it. It's for us to clown you, boycott you, and take you back in when we feel it's time. So, white people, damn, I'm really getting, well, my bad if sponsors don't connect no more.
But we're keeping
when it comes to Yeezy, white people are worrisome about him, but they don't take him as a threat. He is not vocal. He is not a motherfucker they see as a harm or a detriment to whatever things they got going on. He's just the outspoken Negro who has yet to know his place. That's why they looked at him with obscurity when he said, George Bush don't like black people. It's shocking, but it's nothing like, it's out there because it's something they all knew, but this motherfucker came and said it, but it's still nothing that they can't contain. It ain't some radical Public Enemy, X-Clan shit, you know what I'm saying? Some dead prez, black militia revolution, get our guns and free our people.
But back
it ain't
then,
that.
His demographic was different. You got to understand.
He was still crossover. He was extremely crossover.
Yeah, it's before social media though.
But
we had social media. He was crossed over. We had YouTube then. We had MySpaces, Facebook.
Yeah,
he was crossover. That shit was on fucking a marathon with fucking Austin Powers, Mike Myers and shit. That shit was news. It's big.
Yeah.
He was vocal. He's getting vocal. But again, he is not a threat. He is not a Malcolm X.
But then that message.
Yeah, he's a Martin Luther, dog. He's a passive Negro.
Yeah, that message was for black people at that moment.
Yeah.
Now, Kanye's main demographic, due to his fashion sales, his impact, his social media impact, the people that watch him on television, he's reaching young, affluent, white kids.
Big time.
So, therefore, that is his demographic now.
Black people ain't for the Yeezys like that.
Yeah, they're not.
That's me. No.
In all reality,
my kid got a son like nigga who bought them for you. Not daddy. No.
I got crazy.
I don't condone that.
I got crazy parents, but there is not too many black people stopping me on the street.
Where I be paying you?
Shit. $0.
Pass up. All right. You know what? Let's cut it.
No, but
cut it. Let's talk about females in the rap game. Let's talk about females in the rap game because we can go on and on about Kanye and racism and
free
all
Kanye.
All right, let's free Kanye. Meanwhile he's
Kanye, Jay Nice.
Meanwhile he's laying next to his beautiful wife.
Is he?
Yeah.
Could be another one. He
Kanye, might be.
I bet you they got an open lifestyle.
He might be.
I don't know. I feel like
but I'm pretty sure Kris Jenner's gonna keep that check coming.
I just feel like he's in a good space right now.
Out of fear of being pussy whooped. It's two things that keep you locked in.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, what's wrong with being pussy whooped by a beautiful woman that you have kids with?
I think it's
because he can have 10 more of those and 10 times more beautiful. Status and bread.
What does that matter?
He could probably fuck the sisters for all we know.
He could just be in love with his wife.
He could too.
Salute.
I get that.
You know, he wants his wife. Who happens to be a multimillionaire.
No, but you can tell by the way that he talks that that's him for her.
That's his wife. I don't know. Nigga, rappers become active.
One thing that he said that I could say, all right, Kanye, I could understand this. He's like, yo, Kim is like a female that he can definitely be with, and he knows for a fact that she don't need nothing from him.
She got it. She gives me that subservient vibe.
Exactly.
Of course, she's very disciplined and compliant.
I kind of feel like
but
the
image
that you see of Kim is really not Kim. I feel like Kim. Sometimes you see some fine chicks in the street, and then you meet them and they don't have no substance at all to them.
That's mad women.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got your home.
That's mad fine women.
You might have your home girl that you don't even think she look good, but everybody in the street goes crazy for her. But she got a vibe,
nigga. Good. Yo, real shit, son. Bitches with bomb pussy, you can't build with, nigga. The bitch with the lame shit, the mediocre shit is the one you keep, nigga. The bomb pussy, dog, ain't got no substance because the pussy is bomb, son. So she already know the angle that she comes.
I met some bomb
pussies that you want to keep.
I'm sorry.
Nah, she wants you over the mic for the box.
As a woman on the mic, I highly disagree.
Not hypotheticals though.
No,
all right, back to what I'm saying though. Back to the Kanye and the Kim shit.
There are no hypotheticals.
Truthfully, what happens if Chris is just wearing the strap on and handles both of them?
Who?
Handler is a big word. Handler is a big word.
I'm talking literally just puts the strap on and handles both. You know what I mean?
All right. So let's segue. Speaking of women.
Yeah.
Lizzo at the Lakers game.
Pass.
Wait.
Okay.
Foul. Technical.
What was the question?
Out of bounds.
That was a red card.
Hold on. What was the question?
Ejection.
I didn't even hear the question. What was the question?
Lizzo
at the Lakers game.
All right, Lizzo was just at a Lakers game. What was it? Earlier this week, right? With
the throwing thing.
Yeah, and then she had floor seats.
Yeah.
And she had kind of like a
Who paid for the floor seats? I think receipts.
She probably did. She's doing pretty alright.
With the ass cheeks
So alright, so she had on like this big ass t-shirt with the cutoffs, like the back cutoff. And then, like, at some point in the game, she turned around and she started shaking her ass.
Yeah.
On camera.
I have a question, though.
Yes, go ahead.
If you're saying she had that I seen the picture, so the ass cheeks was already out.
Yeah.
Did she have something covering, or she walked in like that? Because if she walked in like that, they knew what the fuck it was, son.
She sat in the chair like that, and she walked in like that, and she danced like that.
They was all part of that shit.
So what they saying? Are they saying it's an issue that she wore that?
I mean,
45 minutes later.
There's kids there.
45 minutes later, though, she ain't do that in the first quarter. You get what I'm saying? She ain't coming busted open, dog, like finding her seat.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's deeper than that.
I'm starting to see the bigger picture.
It's deeper than that, son. Like, you knew what it was coming in, dog. You know you have to walk through to get to the front of the court. You ain't in the 300, 400 section.
They had to put the camera
Before I get
in.
into my personal opinion, before I get into my own personal opinion, as men in the room, how do you guys feel about that? Is it an issue of the fact that she's not a size 6 or a size 4? Is it the fact that she had her ass out? You know,
I'm ready, coach.
You know, go ahead. Like what are let's go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because we got IG and OnlyFans and Pornhub for that. So we see that shit all day on our cell phones, on the computer, whatever. So, you know, there's a place for it. Maybe society as a whole and who attacked her doesn't embrace her, but you gotta look at who controls the media and who wants to go exploit that for a hot topic. Well, you know what I'm saying? Lizzo is loved in the community, and brothers love a big bone sister. You feel me?
There's a lot of men that love it.
As a parent, you have your child at the game. You're at the game with your child, and Lizzo is turning up. Is that an issue?
Yo, if I say what I want to say, dog, it can go so left. But I'd rather have my child go see that than two in the same set kissing.
Okay, I agree.
But you know what I'm saying? But that's a hot topic.
But you gotta understand that I agree. The same game. This is LA. The same games that they arguing about Lizzo doing this. Amber Rose be at those same games.
Right.
In a piece of string.
But Amber Rose
and Rihanna sitting there showing up to the game in just a loose fitted shirt and then no bra nipple out.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't.
But her forehead blocks it all.
Hold on. Time out.
But they don't care. Because of the fact that those are attractive women.
Yeah.
So because those are socially, I think that it's not even. I think that wasn't even an online issue. I think that her publicist put that out there because that's good publicity for Lizzo.
Yeah, because we seen Lizzo shake that ass in the Hustlers movie. That's her in the Hustlers movie.
Yeah, so you get all those people that's now pushing all this body positive backup for her. It's only more promotion. She got a new single out.
I don't even feel like if it's an issue because the arena said she could come back and do that anytime she's
know
ready.
That's LA.
Yeah,
you know what's going on. You know what happens in LA?
Exactly.
We know what happens. Magic.
Yeah, exactly. You fucking out.
Shit. That's the biggest magic trick ever, dog. That nigga still ain't disappeared.
You know what's pumping?
Hold that one.
You know what's pumping through them veins? Crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yo,
Magic
Johnson.
The best medicine in LA, boy.
I'm sending you the best of wishes.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit though.
On better health.
That's why EJ Johnson is gay. He saw what pussy did to his daddy. Nigga said no. Hey,
it's not for me.
Yo, all right. So what was your comment about Amber Rose? So Amber Rose can come to work and it looks good.
Amber Rose is fine, B. You playing games, right?
Is she still fine? Did she have a baby again?
Nah, she just had another baby.
Grew out the hair. She looked different when the hair was grown.
Yeah,
right?
when the
like,
hair.
They don't even want it no more.
But that's because Amber Rose is socially acceptable to look like that. Kim Kardashian could wear the
and she took out the titties, right?
Tape across here, and then go to the game and it's fine.
I think Amber Rose fits in that same category of females like I was talking about with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
they might actually have like somewhat of an outright personality.
Yeah, so therefore they give them, but they give them that credit. She didn't come in there like that.
Yeah.
Lizzo, I feel like it was a publicity stunt because it gets people talking about her, which drives people towards her single because she just dropped a new. Same time that came out, she got that.
Yeah, it's a self-conscious thing.
Yeah. So I got a better question. As men in the room, would you want to wife a woman who steps outside the house like that?
I'm real conservative. I like my woman in a hijab and
one at a time. Your girl steps out with her ass and her fucking titties out, tape, whatever. Is that okay with you?
It all depends. See, the thing is this:
time and a place.
It's not even a time and a place, but it kind of depends on what she was doing before I met her, or when I'm like, if I met her and she was already doing this kind of vibe.
But she's your girl now.
It's still not my place to tell her how to dress or whatever, because I obviously approached her when she was dressing like that, right? So I don't feel like it's necessarily my place to tell her like, all right, now you my chick, you can't wear this. I feel like it's on her to know that, all right, I'm in a relationship now. I gotta respect the relationship. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like it's my place to tell her she's supposed to dress this way or dress that way. Especially if that's how I met her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to the whole shit, like when niggas is in the club business. You meet her in the club, you bag her in the club, and now she has a situation. While you working out and being in the club and stuff. Yeah. But now, like, you know, there's a time and a place and everything and personal respect. But my thing, personally, I don't try to conform a woman. She has to make that adjustment herself. Like, I ain't nobody's keeper. So you got to come and play the position. Because trust me, as hard as a woman can go, a man can go just as harder. And some women think, like, oh yeah, I can go fucking blah blah. You spread your legs, but a lot of women don't want that. For niggas to throw that shit out, though, it's just throwing out batarangs, nigga, when there's crime. Right. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing.
What about you? What do you think?
I think it comes to a respect factor as far as a woman dress. It's a fact. Like a woman dress a certain way, you get approached a certain way. Right. You see it regardless.
That doesn't make it right though.
No, it's not to say.
I know women be tripping about that, and I get it.
Men are visual creatures and you feed off visual cues. You take a woman dressing a certain way as an invitation to approach them a certain way.
Especially on online dating, like the first picture is them busting the titties open or the ass out. And then they want to say in their profile, no, I'm not here for sex or dick pics or one night stands. I'm looking for substance and attention. And man, with security, like, damn, bitch, like, what does the first, second, and third picture mean?
What's the picture supposed to
So you have to know. There's a way.
That should be crazy.
You got to understand, there's girls that sit here in hijabs and burqas and all types of shit and get hollered at on a daily.
Exactly.
Get hollered at on a daily basis. So you got to understand that
niggas like
however they dress is not affecting how they get sought at. It's affecting how they get approached.
True.
So
she promotes a woman in burqas.
Yeah.
So you say a woman can step out like that?
I'm saying that she makes that determination how she wants to get approached.
I agree.
Because you have to understand that now if you stepping out like that and I'm out here looking at niggas like, all right, so what's really going on? Now it's creating a hostile situation.
But it becomes
you got to understand that that's where you prepare for the situation because it's not, you already knew what comes with it. A girl, when she dressed and then the nipples is out the top of the bra,
facts.
She knows what kind of situation she's inviting.
Absolutely.
But this is what I'm trying to say, though, son.
I don't think what a woman has on should change the way
how you approach her. Yeah, respect her.
But you gotta understand that.
All right,
how anybody dresses is how you approach them.
No, but because police do that profile.
All right. Yeah. I met a dude 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. White dude, bald head, got a beard like mine. You know what I'm saying? Bald beard. He had on what was it?
To all the listeners who can't see him.
He had a Slipknot shirt. Slipknot shirt on. Had his little Bengals or whatever. Right. And he's sitting there. He ran into me in the store. He's talking to me about cell phones and shit. We chopping it up, everyone. You know, he got his Converses on. So I'm like, damn. You know, I used to wear Converse back in the day. Chopping it up with him and shit. But I kind of look at him like, all right, this is a regular white dude, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I approach him, so that's how I chop it up with him. 3 days later, I'm rolling up to the hospital This nigga outside in a surgeon's outfit.
Oh.
Same dude. I only knew it because he, what's his name?
The piercings?
No, he had a little tattoo that was creeping out the bottom of the thing. Mm-hmm. It was underneath his bracelet that he had, but he had a tattoo underneath the bracelet. Mm-hmm. And I only recognized him by that. But it completely changes my perspective on how I was chopping it up with. Not to say that it would affect, but it would have affected the way that I approached him and the way that I would have taken him approaching me. You understand?
So I want you to elaborate a little bit more.
Okay. People are very judgmental based on appearance. Period.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why we get profiling.
Yeah,
we definitely get it, being men of color and women of color. Like, you can't hide this.
You get approached different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's...
But that's why we of color should kind of more understand that you shouldn't approach somebody a certain kind of way.
But you got to understand that people of color are also, especially island people, are very sexual in nature, period.
Facts.
So then, because we're overtly sexual...
But it's a cultural thing, though. It's different what's acceptable. Obviously, like, we're in the law. You know, America is different than a lot of places. Yeah. And we keep getting different daily. We keep emphasizing laws and restricting, you know, certain rights and coming down harder on certain things and adding more things to the bunch of laws that we enact. The Caribbean culture is different. European culture is different. African culture is different. Sub-Saharan African culture is different. Asian culture is different. So that's the dynamic that we take, being the big melting pot. So we have to adjust all these things. Crime happens to be more numbers and more of a magnitude because there's more people to the pot. People don't understand that now. There's more law enforcement agencies out there to do more investigation and crime works, to put down a harder foot on things to determine what's what in certain areas. There's more people coming. There's 320 million people in America. How many of these people are people from other countries? True. Not saying, of course. But then you also have to take in how many of the people from these times used to do something two generations back that's no longer allowed or acceptable in today's times.
Exactly, but that affects how you approach a person based on how they dress.
Exactly.
I can approach, depending on how I dress, and if somebody thinks I'm Spanish, somebody thinks I'm Indian, or somebody thinks I'm just a regular light-skinned dude. So they approach me completely different based on their assumption.
All right.
So then you got to understand that what you wear and how you present yourself creates a pre-existing situation in the person's mind. So so even as minorities, we are more forgiving in that situation, but they are also more assertive in sexual situations.
All right, well, let me interject. Minorities or not, as a woman, you know what you're wearing. So any woman to lie to you and say, oh, well, you know, I have on the see-through shirt and the see-through shorts, but that doesn't mean that I want to be treated or looked at a certain way. That's a lie. That's a lie. As a woman, when you leave at the house, you know what you're wearing. Exactly. And you know, because as a woman, you can leave the house in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and men are still going to be like, you know, like beautiful or not, however you may look. You know, women, you can, again, sweatpants, sweatshirt, men are still going to be like, yo, mom, what's good, what's good. Right. So if I leave the house,
when you're going, fuck you then.
So,
fuck out of here.
But I'm saying, if I leave the house, in a skin tight shirt with no bra on and my ass is hanging out with some heels on, and I already know the kind of attention I'm gonna get. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So when women act naive and they say like, "Oh, I don't even know why I'm getting approached," that's bullshit. Yeah. I'm telling you straight up, it's bullshit. Because as a woman,
coming from a female,
coming from Draya Ivy, it's bullshit. That's international here, anywhere in the world. When you leave the house, you know, because you know that men are looking at certain things. Right. You know what I mean? You don't even have to have makeup on. You don't have to have your hair done. Right. None of that. You could literally leave the house. I could literally run to Publix with no bra on and some shorts on, and I have all these men like, oh, damn, mom, what's good? And it's like, yo, I'm not even all done up.
No. Real talk on the craziest thing.
And it's the truest thing on earth.
The craziest thing I gotta say, son, and you know the one I showed you, the shorty who I felt most in my life, dog. was a real conservative woman. Never did any of that sexual dressing shit. You know what I'm saying? The one from overseas, and kept her classy all the way, and classy to this day. Doesn't do that. Like less is more. Covered up.
Exactly.
Very conservative. None of that extra shit, dog. No enhancements. No trying to show it and be all extra, dog. Very quiet, secluded person, dog. And that person got my respect 1,001. And I had my models. I had little IG bunnies and had all these little things in my time to go, dog. And niggas can back that up and attest that. But son, all that extra shit ain't got no substance at the end of the day.
They don't feel like they have.
My man got IG.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like that bomb ass shit and all that shit, dog. It ain't got nothing, son. It ain't got nothing, dog.
That game mean.
Yo, that fedora game is mean. You got the bunnies on that.
It gives you that knowledge, man. It's just hiding all that fucking and protons and neurons out there. You know what I mean?
I just think, you know, ultimately it comes down to this. It's like, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a one-night stand, or if you're looking to just have fun, or if you're looking to just fuck, hit, quit, and be done, it's one thing.
Oh, yeah, one thing.
Yeah, here you go, South Beach. But if you're looking for a girl, and
where Jay went with?
From a man, like, if you're looking for a chick that you really actually want to, like, form something with, that's something different. And the same thing with a chick. As a female, I'll tell you, as a female, you know, men, what their equivalent is, you know, hey, look at my car. Hey, look how much money I'm spending. Hey, you know what? You can move in with me. Hey, you know what? I'll take you here. I'll take you there. I'll take you shopping.
That's the trick approach, which is becoming acceptable now.
It's cool, but at the same time, that's all good and great. But how many of the chicks are you doing that for? You know what I'm saying? Is that
irrelevant though? If she's down for game, like you get what I'm saying?
If the chick is down for game, that's cool, but it depends on what you're looking for.
But
you know what I'm saying?
You can, don't. I don't want to twist what you're saying though, because you can definitely build a lifestyle and a life with someone in the fast lane. You know, on both parties.
Right.
So shorty a hoe, or shorty popping, or shorty a prostitute, or stripper, this and that. You can go build your little happy life and have that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of times you got dudes in the situation who may be oblivious to what she be doing until they get there. Or you got other situations where dudes is completely content and gonna go boo her up. She can go throw and know she's selling the box in the champagne room and doing that and giving top and be the first dude sitting in the club waiting for her to come out and kiss her and be happy. And that's cool. That's what certain people do in rock.
Right.
It's to each is everybody, dog, because I ain't really knocking where the loose cannons be at these days. Because these chicks out there grabbing the... Look, B. Real talk. Break down the math with me, son. Okay. You got a chick, dog, selling the box at $500. All right, this is not part of Ivy Talks, and I don't condone the
disclaimer. This is
trafficking
all hypotheticals.
and
all right, hold on.
You're